completely acknowledge that these chords here can give off sad or evoke emotion. I chose the latter. However, we're here to have fun, so let's get into it. My bad. We're gonna have a lot of fun tonight, guys. We're just getting, let me get it set up. I'm just making sure we have apps working here. I need to know if Twitch is twitching. If not. Twitch is twitching. Twitch is twitching. Alright guys, we're almost there. I should move this chat over.
SLORMix is now live. Streaming just chatting. Red circle emoji SLORMix live. Spring, summer 2026 at Curation.
Alright guys, we're almost there. We're almost there. Alright, what's up? Is TikTok TikToking? Can anyone let me know if TikTok is TikToking? Is TikTok TikToking?
Human technology.
Yo, almost there, guys. Ink. Alright, we should be good. TikTok TikToking. Instagram is Instagramming. Can someone confirm in the chat if TikTok is TikToking? Twitch is twitching. YouTube is YouTubing. And Instagram is Instagramming. Share that with a few people. Oh yeah, let me throw this link in Discord too. Just want to get some people in here for this stream real quick. Make sure I get the word out. I don't have my phone in front of me, so I have to. Alright, first. It's our first SLOR live stream, guys. We're officially curating the spring summer collection, the audio segment. We'll just let some of these vibes ride. we're gonna officially get started at 11 o'clock in 1 minute. So I'm just let a few more people stroll in. We need to, if you guys are on whatever platform you're on, if you guys could help with sharing this with like people that you feel like would enjoy it, so I can, because I don't have like, I can't link out, my phone's not in front of me, so it helps. I forgot I made that mix. Finding myself as the days fly by like us. I think we're good, guys. Oh, let me see how this chat's gonna show up. Last thing, guys. Ooh. Oh, so alright, let me move the chat on our multi-chat. I'll just move it down.
Good just a week ago. Now what it look like from the bleachers, bro. See,
we should be fine with that.
On the street is that you need to know.
You need to know how Sylvie make them speakers blow. Dropping ether with an eater on the eastern coast. Whipping through the hills of Carolina. Drop top with the bros. Rambo to the right of me. You know it's super lit for show. Sylvie jumped up off the porch as soon as we left about the door. Did a tour. Bought my dream car and said let's get some more. I took that V8 to deep space. Then led up the doors. Astronaut? Well, of course. Yeah, you know we reppin' SLOR. So look. Spring, summer capsule is upon us, bro. Look, the fall winter 25 capsule was so amazing. Thank you for all the support. It was our first like full on collection. You know, we've had various art installments that we put out in the past, usually in fall winter. However, the new SLOR initiative it's newer. I've been producing for like 15 years. Various forms of art, right? Most of you guys know that. But the SLOR sound has been created off the tail end of me putting in that 10,000 hours in every single creative output that I wanted to go out there and master, and actually mastering it from a exercising level to a professional level, and then to the educational level as well. So like I've like film degree, you know, stuff like that. So like learning as much as I can about all this stuff, applying as much as I can at the highest level, sharpening year after year after year after year. And that's where that gives us the SLOR sound. It's really the SLOR experience, because it's I'm a producer, but I'm also a designer as well. So, you know, it's music, but it's like an audio experience, because it comes with a feeling and it's attached to a lifestyle. So that's what we have. We have SLOR, we have Silver Life, we got Ostrich Records. SLOR, SLOR, Silver Life, Ostrich, just OR. Those are two main chapters of my production journey, broken into halves. So yeah, we're gonna get started here, man. We're gonna get started. Our main window, I'm gonna be playing the songs for you, using my my decks right here, and yeah, basically the goal is I'm gonna do my Saturday streams are gonna be centered around curating the SLOR sound, right? I made a post earlier this week, letting my following know that I'm gonna open up the opportunity for this experimental creation process, where it's like you guys are able to collaborate with me on what the SLOR sound is. Although, yes, there's a foundation there. We already know what my sound is, the Sylvie sound, the SLOR sound, and I stay within that vibe. It's not like a genre, but it's like a vibe. It's a feeling, right? You guys know it when you hear it. However, you guys get to add your opinions and your critiques, your feedback into these experiences. So I'm opening up 3 hours a week for you guys to cook up with me, go over certain tracks, get your feedback, and just have you guys as involved as possible in the creation process prior to the rollout. So when you do come to these live experiences, because that is what this is for. I don't make music for streams. I don't make music to try to be famous or whatever or go viral. Music has always been a tool. It's an advertising tool. Like, I mean, you look at hip hop, you look at the clips. One of their biggest checks was from McDonald's and advertising. Like, music is for advertising. Like, and people in the industry that really do know the business know that, and it should be used for that. But so what I'm making these songs for is to advertise the feeling that you're going to get when you come to a Silvy promotion or a SLOR event, when we hit the road with this show for this spring summer DJ production initiative. So, and also, if you're a DJ producer yourself, this also gives you opportunity to identify certain tracks that you like and you know they're in the pipeline because you heard them on Silvy Stream, and you might have the opportunity to connect and then play them, get a little gas for your set, and get ahead of the tidal wave, because that's happening regardless. Like, you guys know my track record. That's what happens. That's what happens when I drop. Tidal waves happen. So, like, position yourself ahead of it, get as involved as possible, and let's make this rad, bro. Yeah, I think it'll be more fun, like, if we do it like this. So yeah, this is exciting. So look, I'll do a little intro. Well, I got what I'm gonna do the intro that I scripted. You know, I just did an intro, but let's get into it. So, like, I have a framework for how I want this stream to go, so it's not just like, you know, like all over the place. So there's gonna be moments where I reference that, but let's get some sounds in this joint while we're chilling though, and then I'll let you know what we're gonna do here first. What were we just listening to? Was that Bass Cadet?
The Truth said,
no.
Watch time.
What's that?
Elements said Toop the Truth has spent 0 sex watching Silvy WRLD.
That's wild. That information is is being shared like that. Let me see, because I really only need her to say the comments. Let me see. Docs, activity, widgets, text style, events, platforms. Make messages disappear. We can do that. For this one, we'll do messages disappear. All right. Show chat messages, show channel. That's not an option though. I don't know what that was. All right, guys, we're gonna keep rocking. If you guys can, whatever platform you're on, can you just put something in the comments, or and actually definitely like. If you're here, like. Let's get some likes so the algorithm will send this to more people. Like I said, I don't have my phone on me. I'm double cameraing on my 1920 by 1080 frame setup, which is horizontal. I should have just said that. But so I don't have my phone. So but the point is just to get this going.
Said, hey Silvy Dino Dance Silvy WRSLOR Silvy WRHYP
Toop on Twitch. Thanks for tapping in.
Silvy WR Silvy.
I love those. I love those. I love those so much. Those little disco Silvies, they're fire. Yo, what's up with this? Won't you dance with me, be my family elm tree? So I have like I'm gonna like dig into 3 songs. We're gonna do 3 songs, 3 or 4 songs. All right, 3 to 5 songs, right? A week. And let me reload this because this is not even working. If you don't dance with me, I turn the elm tree to Elm Street. And yeah, so the more of these we do, like, the more, like, people will know, like, all right, Saturday, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, I need to be in the SLOR party, vibing. All right, dude, let's get some sounds going, dude. All right, we're good now. I was wondering what was going on. All right, we're good. We're chilling. Where's my... Oh. Technical difficulties might... All right, we're in the game. Wait, vertical. Ooh. Vertical might. How's the audio? See, the tricky part is getting the sound right for you guys without my phone. So let me fix this vertical window. For the grammars and the spammers.
Took the Truth said voice audio is great on Twitch.
Hey, voice audio, good. Wait, why are there 2 chat logs? All right, no, there's not. I'm tripping. So, Bink.
Took the Truth said your chat comments are being read out loud.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm gonna change that in a minute. Thanks, Toot. You're the best. Let me see. Language. Appearance. If you don't dance with me, I'll turn the elm a tree to Elm a street. All right, like I'm really sick of settings. Like we're gonna have to rock with the reading right now because I really just want to get started. I've been having technical difficulties since 10 and it's 11. And I just did that. All right. We're just going to get started, man. This is becoming a little bit much, Mike.
Real life.
So look. Essentially, like, so the past few weeks I've dropped 5 songs in the past 3 weeks, and that's been super intentional. Let me turn that down for you guys. That's been super intentional. Hold on, guys. Let's do no lyrics while I speak. Plus, that is some exclusive shit. Y'all shouldn't even be hearing that. That's not even supposed to drop till So the original Elm Tree dropped December of last year, and that thing is it's a masterpiece in itself. Like the amount of changes that happen within that song, and just like where it takes you is just tremendous. It's crazy. All right, guys, let me fix this here, and we should be good. All right, we're good. Chat's back up. Yiddy. And then vertical, ImSoSilvy. We can always do Bass Cadet. Yo, shout out to everyone that shows so much love with this Bass Cadet song. From Brazil to Canada to where else? Oh, Germany. You guys streamed this song since it came out. You guys have streamed Bass Bunking and Bass Cadet more than any other areas on this earth. And I did no promo. Like, there's like some DJ in Brazil for sure that plays this every weekend. I see him on my analytics. Like, and it's got to be more than just one, because it'll be like 80 to 100 listens over the weekend in Brazil. That's not like commute to work. It's like something happening on a Saturday and shit, where they listen to bass bunking at least 80 times. They be in that bitch bunking. I need the footy ASAP. I need to turn this down. They be having it bunking, but there's a couple things with this stream aesthetically that are messing with my eyes. So let me make a couple more tweaks. This is the creator in me. Y'all gotta be patient, man, because this is what it's like, man. I've spent like, it's pre-production. Like, getting ready to shoot is a whole like process within itself. Pre-production has been tasking for today. I'm not watching any cam. I'm watching the screen because I'm trying to. What up, Royalty? You TikTok. TikTok's TikToking now, guys. Welcome to Sylvie World. Working on the SLOR sound this weekend. Brody. Get some likes in the chats. Share it. Come hang out and vibe out. So yeah, Bass Cadet, bass bunking, they perform really well in countries I haven't been to for music yet. So I'm excited about that, especially with the bass bunking actually being the foundation song for what we currently know as the SLOR sound that was kicked off in 2024 fall winter. We had our first official campaign starting September of 2025 that went until the beginning of just January, just now, which was amazing. Thanks for all the support. And the fall winter SLOR kicks, the 4 colorways, will be vaulted at the end of February. So you guys have a month to get those first year SLOR kick fall winter colorways. They will be vaulted and they will never return. So remember what I said about that tidal wave. You guys are going to have the OG SLOR kicks if you cop those right now. First year SLOR kicks. So make sure you get those. Discount code SLOR25 at ImSoSilvy.com. Make sure you get those. All right, so let's get to the music, man. So SLOR, the SLOR sound, that brings us into this month, where if you guys notice, I've dropped 5 songs on all streaming platforms in the past 3 weeks, this month of January. And that's intentional. That's to bring in usher in the new chapter of what this SLOR sound is. Prep for 2026 initiatives and collections. Obviously, we have our fall winter, but this year it's year round. So we have our spring summer. So this is the first actual like full-fledged spring summer collection. So that's why it's special we're doing it this way. And getting you guys involved is just so, it's my favorite part of the song. Yeah, getting you guys involved is paramount. So now I gotta roll with. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so that brings us to these 5 songs. So we got Sylvie World Party that went viral on TikTok just last week. People love that song. Like, it's it's hard not to get like negative comments on social media these days. It's damn near impossible when you put out something like anything, right? Especially when it's good, that usually like people try to find a way to hate on it, right? I don't usually have that experience with my stuff. People don't usually say bad things about the stuff I put out. They don't mess with me in that way. I'm blessed in that way. However, someone brought it to my attention on this TikTok video with the Sylvie World Party song, which is the stream song I made. Remember, I was talking about how music is advertising for me. So I made the Sylvie World Party song to advertise the Discord and the new gaming initiatives for Sylvie World Gaming. So made the theme song, and it's just about the games that I was playing at the time, Fortnite. I played a lot of Murder Mystery, and it was just about like us playing in Sylvie World Party or whatever. Anyway, it's fire though, because I'm good at what I do. But it's different from what I usually put out, right? And so I put it out, and it's just all love comments. And someone was like, yo, I'm surprised there's no hate comments on this post. And that just let me know where their mind is. Like, yo, you can't wait to hate some shit, huh? Like, there's literally none, bro. Like, it's one thing not to get any comments, right? That people are indifferent, that's not good, right? But it's not bad at the same time. But when you're getting all good contents, that's really good data. It's really good data. That means you have something. You need to push it a little more, look into it, and keep tweaking it there. That's one important thing that I use on my creative journey, like data points. You know, I'm not one of those people that just create to be creating and like I'm the special creator and all my way is all knowing and it's magical. Like, nah, like it's tight, it's magical, but like, you know, you got to put on that extra layer of precision and branding and like look at the data points, because the delivery is more paramount than any of that tight shit. So it could be dope, but how is it served? So, you know, silver, like we serving it on a silver platter, you know, platinum, you dig. But yeah, Sylvie World Party, and then some flips of songs that I had put out. A1 Day Ones, flipped it with the new SLOR sauce. Super Lit, flipped it with the new SLOR sauce. Good Time. Good Time is a part 2. Good Time was last summer. It was a summertime track that I used as like a foundation song. That Litz and Bass Cadet, which is the Bass Bunkin' remix, was last summer's little prep for the fall winter campaign that was to come, right? So I did 3 light joints, May, June, July last summer, and then dropped September and did the campaign through September, January. So Good Time was this fire track, but I didn't have the words to it. So I sampled this girl singing, you know, I just want to have a good time. And it's on Spotify. People would listen to it and play it, but I can never understand why, because it's long as fuck. And it's like, it's just the same thing looping it's evidently, clearly like incomplete. It just feels incomplete. I have some of those out, and those are intentional. It was like, I'm going to just leave it like that and still put it out on all streaming platforms for people to listen to, because I know another one, there's a part 2 coming. So Good Time part 2 is out now as well. That just dropped like a week and a half ago. Like, so I think that was the first one to go. It was Good Time it was Sylvie World Party. Then it was Good Time part 2. And then it was A1 Day Ones, and then Super Lit. That's 5 songs in the past 3 weeks. All intentional, right? I wanted to get them out before I started digging in to the spring summer sound. Because it's more than a sound for this spring summer. It's a feeling. It's a feeling, man. I have the words, you know, I got the adjectives, you know, all that stuff. We're going to get into it, but it's just, we want the art to match the feeling and for the vision. So we're going to do 3 songs a weekend. 3 to 5 songs a weekend. And whatever song I'm feeling that you guys are liking the most, or we've spoken about it and we've had good conversations about this song in the stream, right? It's going to have to take two. Like if I just go over the songs, I'm not just going to pick a song to put out. But if we land on a song on the stream and I'm like, oh, we spoke about that one, we dug into that one, we got somewhere with that one, I'm going to release it the following Friday before next week's stream, because we're doing this every weekend until the middle of May, when I'm going to drop the first complete project, sonically complete project of 11 or 12 tracks that I've dropped since like mid 2010s, right? So I've dropped singles and stuff like that, but like I said, this is some complete, like some whole nother like paradigm shift type output. So it's like, it's going to be fire. So yeah, we're building up to that with intention, and we're just going to keep it coming. So the best thing about being on stream with me is like, well, the best thing for us to make a good stream is for you to ask questions. Like ask, even if you feel like it's a dumb question, just ask a question. Think of a question, ask a question, and I'll answer it. And that keeps the conversation going. So now that we know where we are in the timeline of things with my creative process and what I've done building up to this point, we can now start focusing on honing in on our direction moving forward. Where are we going? What is SLOR 26? What does it feel like? Well, for me, before we get there, right? Let's listen to some sounds, right? We're going to listen to some sounds, right? So the first time I like blessed a mic, we call it in hip hop or whatever. First time I blessed a mic in years, because when I started like producing film and telling stories visually, like although I was an audio engineer and producer first, my writing skills I like put on the shelf for a minute. My songwriting skills I put on the shelf to exercise all these other creative elements. So I had to like let my art speak for me in many ways. My art and my actions represented me from 2018 to like now and shit. So I felt it was an appropriate time. I was like, oh, now that I have all of these, tricks in my bag and all this experience and season, like what I'm going to put out now is going to feel like the most complete thing ever. And mind you, my stuff has been received well and done generally good since the first thing I ever put out independently without any help. That first thing took me to meet labels. It took me on tour. It put me next to people that had full label support. And I'm a kid. Like, this is the first shit I just made and shit. So that just to give you some context, like humbly, like to give you context. So like just I'm knowing with this season now, what we're about to do is going to be absolutely incredible from like a feeling standpoint. It's just going to be that shit. It's going to be that splat. It's going to be exactly what the doctor ordered. It is. So I blessed the mic. I haven't came out with a verse that I wanted to like share, but I came up with a little 8 bars. And I think it's on Rep and SLOR. It's like a little statement joint. Street is that you need to know. You need to know how Sylvie make them speak.
Carolina drops out with the bros. Rambo to the right of me, you know it's super lit.
We gotta start that over, guys. I didn't realize the
Was all good just a week ago. Now what it look like from the bleachers, bro. See word out on the street is that you need to know.
you need to know how Sylvie makes them speakers blow. I'm dropping either with a eater on the eastern coast. Carolina drops out with the bros.
Rambo to the
So yeah, I was like, let me just hit him in the chest with some bars, because I hadn't used my voice, and like I saw a vocal coach, and I started like, I used YouTube Academy for this for sure. When it came to like learning how to play the guitar, like I'm educated formally in film, entertainment business, and marketing, but when it comes to my skills as far as like a musician, there's a couple things that I've leveraged YouTube for. Strictly playing the guitar, playing the keyboard or piano, and vocal training my vocal cords. And yeah, so like all of those initiatives and all that exercising combined has brought me to this point. So I was like, yeah, repping SLOR. I'm gonna blend it with the dance sound. We got like the pop, and I'm gonna stay away from like genres as much as I can, right? Because what we're building is the SLOR sound. Like one thing I've never done is put my music or sound in a box. Excuse me. Out the bottle, bro. Out the bottle, bro. It's almost gone. It's mine anyway. So obviously, like on streaming platforms, you have to like submit like what genre your song is under. Like, so when I say a genre, that's what I'm speaking about, like the technically like industry accepted genre, what that would ish be. And it's all like relative, right? Like nothing's like, oh, this is tech house. Like, nah, it's Sylvie tech house, it's SLOR tech house. Oh, it's not like, oh, this is house. No, it's Sylvie house, it's SLOR house. So, and you guys will learn the difference as we cook more. But and some of you guys already know the difference, but for sure gonna feel the difference. You dig? Yeah, you know we reppin' SLOR. What's up with you, bro? You guys like this behind me? I think it's pretty fire. It was all good just a week ago. All right. That's still not the SLOR sound though. That was just me. Like I gotta use my voice. I gotta put that out there. Hit him with the chest with that. I flipped A1 day ones. Played with my voice a little more. That's when you get this, and you get more of this dance, pop house type vibe, right? A1 day ones. And these songs are out, right? We haven't gotten to the weeds yet. We're going past couple weeks. The stuff is this year. It's foundational stuff, so it's important.
Critical and pivotal, so unexpendable, living so sinful, make me feel genital, bitch, that's private. Look at me, people, what I'm finna do, bet you gon' like it. Engage supersizing, the heart of a lion, the fight of Mayweather and Tyson. Put in this time, rolling the dice when I'm living my life and win every time, man. Yeah, I win every time, fam. Like the dice is loaded, my bitch is so loaded, my bank account loaded. I'm over here rolling, I go with the motion, I'm overly focused, I'm way up. I'm blessed, you can't code, prepare when the trouble approaches. Don't fuck with no passes, no roaches, no roaches. I gotta stay focused. I gotta stay focused. I gotta stay focused. I know that they notice. I know that they notice. I know that they notice. I know that they want it. I know that they want it. And everyone on it. Now everyone on it. I see no opponents. These niggas don't want it. I have no opponent. A1, day ones. I'm on my A1, day ones. A1, day ones. A1. Day ones, A1, day ones, I'm on my A1, day ones, A1, day ones, day ones, day ones, I'm on my A1, day ones, day ones, day ones, day ones.
Yeah, so this is the A1 day ones flip. It's my favorite part right here. A1, A1. A1, A1.
I'm on my A1, A1,
Going into the remix of Super Lit.
Super lit. How the fuck could you forget? 90s baby, keep one on my head.
Pills
Inside my fifth, I pop the trunk, pull out a stick. For anybody poppin' shit, always got a foreign whip, born with a foreign chick. Children gon' be born rich, never slowing up cause I got more to get. Every woman 30 plus a door's a kid. Got a gang of models all rocky, SLOR in the Vic, whole click dope. Like they landed up and snort the shit. She say I got a gorgeous dick, but she don't wanna share, but she really care. If I tell a friend come here and her and shorty split, roll a spliff in the club, got me slower than tortoises. If you want some beef, then I can order it. Load the clips, load the whip, full of walls, it's over with. I'm super lit. I'm super lit. I'm super lit. I'm super lit. I'm super lit.
Flow is super sick, give me some stupid shit.
Zero tolerance
For stupid shit. Actually, this is the wrong version, because in this version, I say, I'm super lit, flow is super sick, it needs some soup and Vicks. Vicks, chest rub, or flu, whatever, you know, the Vicks medicine, right? So the old version, I say, super lit, flow is super sick, it needs some soup and shit, like, you know, and like, the older version was super popular. The first version's fire. Like, I really think it's more fire than the second version. However, that's just an example of, as a more like seasoned creator, like how you can polish things over to like make them more digestible and relevant for the times too. It was like 2010s, like Rebel Boy Sylvie, Rager Sylvie. Like, you had songs out by like Kanye and Kid Cudi called "Piss on Your Grave." Like that was like what was going on. So like me just being vulgar for the sake of being vulgar, soup and shit, and it rhyming, and like, and I used to say and shit a lot, and shit, like, you know, and shit, and I still do. So it made sense. It was on brand for me, but the average listener would kind of like probably skim over it, but still, like, to make it more full and complete and digestible and polished, you got, it needs some soup and Vicks. It's more clever now. Now there's more substance. Oh, it's super sick. It doesn't just need soup because it's sick and not feeling well. It needs some soup and it needs Vicks, cold medicine. So it just, you know, it adds to it. And that's like the cool part about revisiting songs that I produce with, and always have had the plan too. Like I said, with those 3 songs I launched last summer, they're open-ended. They're incomplete intentionally, because I knew I would close them off, and there was more work to be done there. But I'll never not give it to you just because it's not complete. I'll always give it to you when I'm ready, which is always long after people that want me to give it to them expect it. But people that don't know what's coming, it's always like right on time or super before they could have ever fathomed it coming. And I guess that just comes with the energy and like the pull that comes with the influence and the impact part of my creative output, because there's always that element too, which we won't get too much into that part. We'll stay creative, but you guys will feel it when it drops for sure. You're gonna be in it. It's like we create the future and shit here. Literally. In real time. I was thinking about what to play next Oh yeah, Elm Tree. I never finished telling you guys about that. It's actually super premature to like share it. Let's get to the second part of Superlit though. Superlit just came out Thursday at midnight. So there's 2 more songs dropping. That'll make 7. By the time they come out, it'll be 2 weeks from now. So it'll be 7 songs in 6 weeks. And that'll be our foundation by the mid-February. That'll be our foundation 2026 catalog that you guys will have, along with what I'm dropping every Friday leading up to the album. So all for different uses, and everybody's going to get what they need by the time we're up with this. Everybody's going to have something that's going to get them through their favorite thing to do, or to their favorite thing to do, for the rest of this year, if not longer, by the time we're done with these, for sure. Show them how to make America cool again. I think the first one I said, it needs some soup and shit. Zero tolerance for stupid shit or foolishness. So the first one, just like me trying to like say what I thought people wanted to hear, because anybody that knows me knows I'm not a street dude and not from the streets, and never have been and shit. But I show them how to move a bag and move a brick, make it feel like school again, then turn up like a hooligan. Again, just me, like, it's like 2010s in the first version. People skim over it or they don't know, but for me, it didn't hit the same as a seasoned artist. But I'm like, you know, when I revisit it. So I got super lit, flow is super sick, and need some soup and Vicks. Zero tolerance for stupid shit or foolishness, which is still the case, always the case. Show them how to make America cool again. There's 2 things there. That's the solution to what I said prior, or the evolution to what was said, the aforementioned bar. And then there's MACA, Make America Cool Again. It's my first time like saying it out loud, like live or whatever, but it is a song that is in the pipeline that I made, and it is gas. So I don't care how you feel about any political shit. I don't care about your political stance. Literally, it's a play on words. It's fucking play on words. It's an acronym for Make America Cool Again. And what that means is, you'll hear it in the song, but it means exactly what the fuck it sounds like it means. We're making America cool again. And that's what it's about. Shit being dope. Shit literally being cool. I mean, fuck being dope. That's why we're not moving a bag and moving a brick. Fuck dope. Cool. What's cool? We're creating cool. The coolest. We're curating cool. That's what we need to do. Like, we need America to be cool again. Like, people know me for saying that's tight. That's tight. That's not tight. Like, there's whole, like, freaking communities of people that, like, I've maybe said 2 words or phrases to their whole time knowing me, but I'm held to a high regard in these communities. And the 2 words or phrases are, that's tight and that's not tight. We've probably spoke about nothing else, but that's all they know me for, and they respect that enough, like, to hold me out of regard in their community. So it's like, yo, like, that's what I do, bro. Like, I make cool shit. Like, I don't say what's not cool. I say what's not tight to me and shit. Or I'll make a joke about some shit, like, not laugh at nobody's work, but people that know me know, like, if some shit's not tight, like, oh, that's not tight, bro. Like, you might need to go back to the drawing board type shit. If it's, like, a time and a place for it, you know. If my feedback is warranted, you know, if I care enough. If I don't care, I won't say anything. Make it feel like school again and turn up like a hooligan. We still doing that. Whole team bosses, I'ma say it once and I won't be telling you again. Care about the causes like some shit I'll never have to do again. Rock and slow, create the trends. Brandon is more like Clark Kent. Sylvie more like Yeah. Yeah. This song is gas. This song is for sure gas. Where's my pig? Yeah, Super Lit's fire. For sure. I don't want to get there yet. What else we have? A1 Day 1, Super Lit. I can let you guys hear what's dropping in February. Let's do that. Because again, these 7 tracks in the past 6 weeks will be the foundation for like out with the old and with the new. So flipping some of these unfinished songs or songs that were great. They performed great. They were received great. They created great moments. However, revisiting them more polished needed to be done first thing 2026. So that's what we did and got those out there for the catalog. So what's in February? Anybody in the chat? What semi-holiday, because I don't know if Valentine's Day, fuck it, Valentine's Day, right? Valentine's Day is in February, the love day, right? When you were in elementary school, you had a little person that came around with candies and like not popsicles, suckers with like little notes on them to whoever, from whoever, and little hard candies with little messages on them, people saying they love you and stuff. And you'd spend your lunch money and get these candies, and that was your Valentine's Day. As you grew older, your experience on that day became less and less loving or sweet or exciting. You may have had some good ones here and there, but for some people, it's just a day. For some people, it reminds them of not just like the good parts of love, because there's good and bad to everything. They're bad experiences with love. So there can be mixed emotions on Valentine's Day. And that's what these 2 songs I'm releasing in February represent from the SLOR lens, from Sylvy's lens. Very rarely do I get to insert my personal experiences into the artwork that I produce today. Or where I started, that was all it was. But again, the seasoned, polished producer that's delivering an experience and a product is way more conscious about how that's being done. And it less and less comes out as the raw experience. It comes out as the raw experiences less and less as I get better at doing that. However, the cool thing about both of these tracks is I was able to do that and deliver it, and there be a time and place for both of these songs to not just exist but to be impactful and to create a moment in y'all's lives or the listeners' lives, while still keeping the integrity of the writer's initial experiences that are the origins of these songs. So very special last 2 songs to this Q1 collection founders pack founders pack of songs before we get into the feel of SLOR. I want to hear though. I need to hear from y'all in the chat, bro. Like, who's watching here? Who's watching? What do we got? If you're on TikTok, let me get some likes in the chat. Twitch, YouTube. All right, bet we're gonna move on to these two songs. Let me put them in the thing. Current projects. I'm super lit. Where is it, bro? Oh, I forgot they're under released because they're already like scheduled to go. I think this is one of them. And I think this is the other one. Because there's like two versions of each song. And I didn't annotate which one I chose for the final version that's coming out. But this is one or the other. But the premise is the same on these songs. Where my glasses at, bro? RB. Nice. We're making good timing too. Boom. We got that. Not yet. We got boom. Let me find my glasses. I'll be RB. Make it feel like school again. Silver like the crew on it. No, we can't do that one first. So this one here. So, boom. February, right? Love month, whatever. We have Valentine's Day. So these songs are love songs, right? Remember I said there's good and bad to everything, right? And so each experience. So you have your good love experiences and your bad love experience. So the first one I'm going to play for you is a remake of a song that I made called Rose, which wasn't a love song, or this isn't a love song either, but it wasn't about relationships first. The original Rose was a song I made in Gwinnett. I was with 2-9, and it was the first time I rapped, right? I hung out with 2-9 and produced a lot of stuff for Curtis for like months and months before I ever even spit. And I had already been a relatively accomplished artist, like in front of the camera artist, like on stage touring artist, as well as producer prior to even moving to Atlanta. So I just finished Forest Hill Drive 2015 J. Cole's tour. I did the last 4 dates on that tour before I moved to Atlanta. So I probably met Curtis like 2016, and then produced with 2-9 for maybe like a year or two before I even spit. Because I told myself, like, all right, like, these guys already have a buzz here. I'm popular where I'm from, and I always manage to become popular where I'm at. So I knew this was a bigger city. It's the city I set my sights on. I knew it's where I was going to continue to create more, expand my brand that I had created already, and build my businesses. So knowing that, I was like, let me just not promote myself as an artist and like pour into another artist that's already seeing success. Yeah, so he ended up being total crash out, like still the homie, like, but crash out. But it was a great experience for me to exercise that element in my career, and I feel like it was a great decision for me to do that. So at a young age, it was kind of like a 200 IQ moment. So that night, there was a chick. She was a little bit older than me, corporate chick, Erin. She drives me to the studio, pull up, and none of these dudes were ever with chicks. I always had a chick with me or whatever. But I remember there was this beat that I wanted to buy from NLS Jerry, Next Level Sounds, right? So I bought the beat, and then nobody was doing anything. So I was like, man, pull the beat up. Let me record something to it real quick. And I recorded Rose. So the first verse in that was about my experiences with Erin, the girl I had with me. And then since I had the homies around, it became like, oh, we got the Rose, we all messed up. We got the raw trays. It's all day. We roll that blunt. It became into like a smoking, drinking song or whatever. Just some degenerate shit that like 2-9 probably would have made type shit, because that's what the vibe was or whatever. So revisiting it with the season now. So this is Rose without it's basically still Rose, but without the little apostrophe thing. So it's just Rose. And I kept that because it says she's an independent chick. Well, the first verse is the same, so I'll play this version, but that's where it was, and this is where it's at right now. So this is the positive element to the duality of love that we're going to be experiencing in SLOR's 2 releases next month for Valentine's Day, and it's my attempt at the smooth R&B shit too, which we've never gotten from me. Like, I'm edgy alternative rock, so it'll be like.
Toop the Truth said lost your audio.
Oh no, my bad, guys. Thanks Toop for letting me know I didn't have audio. That's bad. I was saying some stuff. So what was I saying? So essentially, I stopped the song. Did the audio cut out when I stopped the song? I think that's when it was. I stopped the song to let you guys know, like, first I just stopped the song. I was like, yo, this is fire. And I was letting you know, like, how this happens to me sometimes, where, like, when I create a work, I'll fully produce it. Production, pre-production, production, post. But from the moment it's sent, it's just gone to me. It's gone. I'm on to the next thing. In fact, I probably have already, I have like 5 to 10 other projects in the chamber, like I'm executing at the same time while I'm launching off projects. Like that's how I've been executing, like for the past at least 6 years, with this my creative initiative. So I was just playing this for you guys, and I stopped the song like, yo, this is fire. And it might sound wild for me to say that, but you guys know me, I'm not being arrogant or anything. That's something that literally happens to me. Like I'll see something I made and I get to appreciate it differently than when I made it. And it's not surprised, because that's why I made it. I made it because it's fire. Like it was fire when I sent it, but I never receive it like a viewer or listener. So when it hits me, I just like those moments. So like that's how I like know like there's gonna be this work is for somebody. Somebody's gonna be able to hear this and appreciate it. And it's not just gonna be some niche one-off shit. It's gonna be groups of people that will generally say like, this is that shit. See how that first verse is like about, it was about the chick I was with. That's how I felt. Like she was like a corporate chick that's older than me, like at the time, like, and like it's just odd to see like the people I was making music with, and then I show up with the kind of girls that I'm known for showing up with. So it's like me kind of like making a song for her, but kind of speaking for her and bigging her up in the booth in that moment is what was happening and shit, is where we got this song from. So it was a positive experience with a relationship and shit. Alright, so this next verse was not on the first version. That first verse, some of the stuff was like definitely like bust it open and damage it. She a pro, lead that hoe with some bandages. Wait, what did I say? Which is a crazy bar, but it's so fire. Like it was still like in the late 2010s when you could say some like raunchy, vulgar shit and it still be hot, sexy, like to a girl and shit. Like, so I don't know how it is these days, but yeah, nah, that shit is fire. Like bust it open and damage it, lead that hoe with some bandages. She approached your hand. Of course we're not like, you guys know what I mean. I keep muting my mic because I have these monitor speakers. So when I play the song, I turn them up on the monitors, but it's just going to feed back into the mic if I don't mute the mic. So that's why I keep forgetting to do that. So yeah. Yeah, let me get some hearts in the chat for that one, bro, for sure. Like, even if you're watching the VOD or like a video or a clip, like whatever version of this you're hearing this on, I need a like right now. Like, show some love, like, for sure. I appreciate it. So we're halfway there. So then you have the negative part of love, the bad experiences. Everyone here, hopefully, and I say hopefully because, like, you know, yeah, it would be nice to be like never have had heartbreak or adversity, like, but that's not nice. Take it from someone that, like, you want adversity in some way, shape, or form in whatever you're doing, because it's the only way you're going to, one, understand what's happening, understand it enough to then improve your skills or improve your situation enough to where that adversity becomes adverse less and less and less. Every lesson lessens. A lesson is a lesson because they lessen. They stop happening as frequently because you get to understand them, because you treat adversity like a lesson. That's a quote from Benjamin Franklin. Every lesson is a lesson because they lessen. And energy and persistence conquers all. But back to the song, right? So hopefully everyone has experienced heartbreak, right? So the original version of this is called Terrified to Love. And those of you that know Sylvie, not just know Sylvie, but if you know Silver, Silver, if you look at me and you be like, yo, that's Silver, then you really know Sylvie. And if you look at him and be like, yo, that's Brandon, then you really know Sylvie and Silver. The original version of this was one of my most successful songs, alternative hip-hop vibes, early 2010s. Again, a song I fully produced, wrote by myself. It was my first song where I made it with intent, where I was like, all right, I want this to be a full song. It's not going to be something I'm trying to do. I want to make a love song. At the time, we had R&B, and we had, we had all the genres, right? But at the time, I wasn't hearing any, like, heartbreak songs for men. So as a young, like, early 20s guy, that was my bright idea, right? As a creator, I'm like, that's what I want to bring to the market right now. I want a heartbreak song for men. Not thinking about relatability or, you know, how that song would impact the market, or if there was a market for it. But it was like, it was something I deemed cool enough to be like, all right, let's do it. And I think at the time, I hadn't yet experienced heartbreak. I had been very blessed. I've been very blessed most of my life, with a lot of things, especially relationships. Like, all my exes love me. I said that in a bar last night. But it's true. And I was also blessed to not have experienced heartbreak prior to this song, because I don't think this would have been a good enough song if that would have happened. Because I would have felt like I understood what it was. I don't think I was old enough to. I think every relationship I was in was puppy love at that point anyway. My love didn't start becoming deep until I started having longer relationships with real women that were older than me. And like, this is a full grown ass woman, so let me step my game up and try to meet her somewhere that is like, that improves my game as a man, which was the goal. It was less about the relationship and like, all right, let me exercise. Like, it's not likely for us to be together. Can a younger dude that like really take care of you, not wildly younger, but just, you know, women mature faster than men already. So like, you usually see a guy older than the girl is the relationship. But I've always been in relationships the other way around. And if we're like the same age or something like that, it's just like, yeah, we cool and shit. We probably having sex or whatever, but it's not like doesn't become that thing or whatever. So that's when I experienced heartbreak, because at that point I had put in enough to be like, yo, this ending actually fucking hurts now. So that's when heartbreak started later. But this was the idea, conceptual. It's called Terrified to Love. Now, I played this song for many, many groups of demographics of people. I've had old white men break out into tears listening to this song in the middle of a skate shop, just crying, bawling out, listening to this song. Like, many people have expressed to me how, and forget the race, right, or the age, right? A wide demographic of people have expressed to me how this song hits home. I knew I had accomplished something with this song. And the data will always let you know. When you don't promote something and you create an advertisement piece or a good creative piece that's impactful, makes a statement, or it solves for something in the market, or even better, or the best for me, is creating the market. I love creating demand. That's my specialty. That's what Sylvie does. I'm that. So, and a lot of you guys might not understand. I don't expect you to, so let's just move forward. But creating that demand, creating that market. Let's get into the song. The first version of this, alternative rock vibe, super cool, full song. I was thinking about a motion picture. I didn't have a film degree. I didn't know how to shoot films. I was only an audio producer at the time, and I was working on my live show performances, like front stage artist, and just got into designing at the time. So it may have been that little piece of me starting to become a designer when I started designing my first merch for the tours. That got me into the film state of mind, because I'm starting to think about things visually now. But whenever I would produce from age 15, since the first DAW I ever used, I downloaded Fruity Loops off of LimeWire, like 15 years old, never looked back. I've always made the beat or whatever it is I was making with a visual element in mind. So there was always like a feeling or something for me to try to obtain through this creative process. And that's another thing that I believe is super paramount about being a creative and creating. Yes, you create with intent, but how does that happen? You put something out there in front of you for you to obtain. So if you can see it visually, then it's all green lights for you to go obtain it. A lot of people I've said, like, if I can see it through, it's a done deal. Like if somebody needs something done, or if there's somebody has a proposal for me, like wants to work with me or collab, if I can see it through, it doesn't have to take long. Like usually I can see it through. I'll know immediately if I want to do this project or not, or if it'll be more taxing than what I'm willing to sign up for me to be involved in it. Really fast, very fast, great decision maker. So I usually will tell people, like, if I can see it through, it's done. So that part of me is that creative in me, like putting it out there in front of you, because I can always see it visually. That's my superpower. I've been blessed with that, like the visual element, being able to reverse engineer and understand things without having to be hands-on. So it's like being at a finish line before you've ran the marathon, but then you still make sure you go run that marathon. Story of my life. So let's get into Terrified to Love. This is the male heartbreak revisited for the 2026 flip from Silver's Terrified to Love. Yeah, this one's it. All right, I don't know. I gotta restart it, guys, because I don't know. I don't know if when I stopped it, but I stopped it because it was going way too slow. I needed to unsync the BPMs. So this is the version right here. Sylvy's Terrified to Love remade. Silver's Terrified to Love remade by Sylvy in 2026. The second half of February's Love collection. And run.
I thought I was your moon and you're my sun. My heart been run. Ever since you left me, I've been numb. I thought I was your moon and you're my sun. But now I'm sitting in my room before my gun. Fear, my eyes, tears, fear in my heart, 'cause you tore it apart. Now I'm terrified to love. I never thought you'd take my heart and run. Ever since you left me, I've been numb. I thought I was your moon and you're my sun. But now I'm sitting in my room before my gun. Fear in my eyes, tears, fear in my heart, 'cause you tore it apart. Now I'm terrified to love. Just me and you, what it was supposed to be from the start, but your heart got the most of me. Still tell me that you love me, but you oversee the fact that my heart doesn't work. Broken me. You crossed the line, my love you lost for time. You're like a soldier who stepped on his own bomb. Because apparently you lost your mind. You say you love me one more time, I swear to God I lose my mind and give your ass a real reason to be crying. We used to be so cute together, now we wanna shoot each other. Guess Cupid don't shoot good when they dealing with stupid weather, but whatever.
Rudimentary. Oh, see, I gotta keep rudimentary bar, by the way, right? Stupid weather, but the beauty is like we're having like the worst storm outside that we've had in the past 10 years in America. Like some places are like -20 right now, and I've always wondered like, yo, like, yeah, the Cupid don't shoot too good when he's dealing with stupid weather, but whatever, my days are getting darker, my nights and getting better, the pain won't seem to let up, I aim with this Beretta. That was the original version, you know, I'm doing my rapidy rap thing, but I'm still keeping it deep with context, but I always felt like I could have said something better. Cupid don't shoot as good when he's dealing with stupid weather, but I was like 20 years old, like 21 years old, and like, yeah, like, I just envision like Cupid like trying to like shoot the person, you know, that, you know, the love arrow, and you know, it like being a thunderstorm, you know, Terrified to Love in the intro to this song like started with thunderstorm sounds in the original version. So that's where the stupid weather came from, but it just was ironic that outside we are literally having dumb stupid weather. And yeah, I'm playing this for you, so, but whatever, let's get back to it.
My days are getting darker, my nights. My days are getting darker, my nights are getting
No way,
better.
dude.
They won't seem to let up. I aim with this Beretta and change your whole frame up. Head up, I aim with this Beretta and change your whole frame up. 'Cause love kills and its pain sucks. Fear in my eyes, there's fear in my heart, 'cause you tore it apart. Now I'm terrified to love. Fear in my heart, 'cause you tore it apart. Now I'm terrified to love.
text, I see you going on a date now. Yeah. So what you gotta say now? The sex was great, the love was fake. You just a fish in the water, tryna catch my bait. Well, I cast this hate all up in a plastic lake, and then I come out with a monster that I have to date. Oh wait, I'm a real man of action. I gave you my passion, went from the right into the light. Now we similar to Titan, sweet passion. You say you're done with it, you just up and suck my heart and then you run with it. Well, I hope the next man have fun with it. He better get you before my gun get it, gun get it, gun get it. My eyes is feeling my heart, 'cause you tore it apart. Now I'm terrified of love. Fear in my eyes, tears, fear in my heart, 'cause you tore it apart. Now I'm terrified to love.
I'll just move it down. Bro, nobody told me my mic was off, bro. That's sad. That's mad sad. So we're going to have to do that. We're going to have to wrap it up. I'm going to try to run it back and be concise. But so I don't know where to start. I guess I turned the song off. So let's go back to the end of Terrified to Love, right? I mentioned that there are gun-related bars in the song. Well, first of all, before I go there, so that is Terrified to Love. What you guys just listened to is the new Terrified to Love 2026 remake of Silver's original Terrified to Love. So that's coming out in February. It's the part 2 of the Duality of Love sequence that completes our 6 songs in 6 weeks Q1 initiative for our SLOR audio experiences. That actually brings us to, like, you know, this stream and what this stream is representing and supposed to do. It's our collaborative effort. It's me creating a space and a window for listeners and collaborators to get involved with the creative process, learn more about my creative process, where we're going, and cook together, like where things are going, and cook together. And it gives me opportunity to share insights with other professionals and people that are just genuinely curious about how some things work creatively. So why am I lagging? Are we good? All right. So yeah, so that's what this stream is. So this weekend, this Friday, I don't know the order. Terrified to Love or Rose will drop Friday based on the context I've given you guys in this stream. These songs are already scheduled to go. They're designed to roll out around Valentine's Day, the theme of love. So naturally, these will be the songs for the next 2 weeks that will bring us to next week's stream. So after next week's stream, that's when we'll really be building this thing up enough. I would have made enough clips to have reached more people to make sure there's more people on the next stream ready for it, ready to get involved and be a part of this creative process for what's happening next. So, and that is honing in on that SLOR 26 spring summer sound. Curating what we will experience in my live shows, but most importantly, that audio experience that I will be dropping in May, my first sequenced album since Date of Late 3, maybe my first album since 2013. So, and I'm stoked for it. Like with all the season, like it should be special. Everything points to it being special. It can't not be special. Like even if I didn't try, it's gonna be slap. So imagine us trying and like doing something special. So, but there's no world in which it's not. I don't try. Like I'm just being facetious. I've actually tried so much that I don't have to. Like it's already done. Like this shit's gonna slap forever. Infinite slappery, you know, infinite fire, infinite gas, which is a good adjective to describe the feel, that spring summer, that feel. You know, we're talking about heat waves, we're talking about sweat beads, we're talking about the pavement, you know, hot pavement. Like there's a vibe, there's a feel that we got to get out and give. Every song, every act of that album comes with an experience and a feel that's gonna just make you feel like, oh shit, this album is what at the time it will be now. This album is what now feels like, and I want it to be unforgettable. I want to make an audio experience that makes your now, that moment that you experience it, every time you vibe to it, memorable. Something worth remembering by feeling, a feeling. So yeah, that's what we're going to engineer here for you guys. And it's going to be fire. And I can't wait for it. So Yeah, so that is the first official SLOR. Oh, what I was saying about the Terrified to Love, the gun bars or whatever. The first version was a suicide awareness project, which is why it was my first full, like, I want to pull out all the stops. I wasn't a film producer at the time or director yet, but it was my first official short film, because visually I knew I wanted to be impactful and I needed all the elements to do it. So it was my first attempt at using all of the creative elements: visual storytelling, writing, audio production, to tell the story, to then have an impact, which was suicide awareness. I was in the United States Air Force at the time. We have a lot of situations where stuff similar to that could take on because of stresses, not just the everyday life stresses, but then you have the stresses of war. So there's a little heightened awareness of that in that culture. So it was important to me to make sure what I was doing on my off time also poured back into the community and culture that I was serving with and protecting with during my time in the Air Force. The reciprocity of my creative process too has been extremely beneficial to the stacking of each block on my journey. So yeah, if you're taking notes, write that one down. But yeah, so that's what that's about. She better get you. No, I hope the next man have fun with it. He better get you before my gun get it good. I was 20 years old, right? So I always wanted to make sure when I say so first of all, that bar was about, you know, he better get you before my gun get it. It was like self-inflicted. It wasn't like he's gonna like shoot the girl because he's heartbroken. No, that's never that. But I say I was 20 years old because there was a part where I say in another bar, I guess Cupid don't shoot. No, we were so cute together. Now we want to shoot each other. Guess Cupid don't shoot good when he's dealing with stupid weather. But whatever.
You crossed the line, my love you lost for time. Like that my heart doesn't work. See, time, you're like a song, because apparently you lost your mind. You be crying, mine and give your ass you lost your mind. The time I swear to God I lose my mind and whole frame up.
Yeah. I swear to God I lose my mind and give your ass a real reason to be crying. He goes, we used to be so cute together. Now we want to shoot each other. Guess Cupid don't shoot good when he's dealing with stupid weather. But whatever, my days are getting darker. My nights are getting better. The pain won't seem to let up. I aim with this Beretta and change your whole frame up. Because his love kills and his pain sucks. So it's like usually people do stuff like that to themselves to rid the pain. So that's why you have to look at like the whole message. It's not just like, oh, this dude's some psycho shit. Like, no, he's not just shoot him up, bang, bang, because he's heartbroken. No, it's like, it's suicide awareness, pretty much. But, well, that's what it is. So I wanted to make sure I left that note in there, since we are getting into the totality of what these songs are as we go through them on this stream. So, yeah. Unfortunately, Mike was off the first time, so... Yeah, this is gonna bring us to the end of our stream though, and that will bring it. That's a 6 songs. Sylvie World. I mean, if you're in the gaming, if you're in my streaming community, then you need to be at Sylvie World parties. Fortnite Fridays, Wild Web Wednesdays is where I do my commentary. Sylvie Said Mondays. You know, at the thought leader part in me, I might say some stuff. I might have time outside of my creative process this year. Hopefully, maybe I might have time to make a few statements, but for the most part I'll continue to do what I do, and that's create and cook, and my art will continue to speak for me. You guys will feel me, see me, experience me before you hear me, at least my voice or my words or what are perceived to be my direct thoughts. Like, you'll only get close to that here. Disconnected from server, you only get close to that here. So with that said, Sylvie World Party. Oh, that's Sylvie Said. So Sylvie World Party, Good Time is really good commute song. Really good commute song. Super lit, great, high energy, gym song, commute song. Good Time's a good work song too, and a good nighttime song too. Decent club song. A1 Day One's commute song. Kickback song, gaming song. All around great background song. A1 Day One's. Terrified to Love and Rose, both as close as you're going to get to love songs on both ends from Sylvie to date. From Brandon Silver and Sylvie to date. As close as you're going to get. So that's our take on love. We got our good and our bad. We got our Terrified to Love, not going to do it no more because this is what happened. Which is, I'm excited to see how the new one's received. The beat doesn't make you feel as dark. The first one was dark. So you had the lyrics. And in the video, the main character kills himself at the end. Which is a reason why I took it down. Even though it was my most viewed YouTube video to date. To all time. Like, it's got more views than stuff I produced after it that's been widely popular. Just organically. Like, that shit was... People love watching that shit. But unfortunately, me trying to get into the theatrics and dramatics, you know, and being young, and it being about that, I took it there in the short film. So at the end, at the lake, I boomed myself, and that wasn't a visual that I wanted to keep associated with my brand and keep alive on any platform for any amount of views or whatever, or any reason. So I deleted it. I got it out of here. And that's another line you got to know how to draw for yourself as a creator, and not compromise any integrity of your work. It was for a time and place. It did what it was supposed to do, but we're not going to hold on to that. Like, just to, like, if I got to sacrifice keeping that image alive just to hold on, no. Because I'm confident that I'll yield way more views, whatever monetary gain or attention, whatever, through various other projects than what that other one can do by just letting it sustain or whatever. In worst case scenario, remake it, you know, with a more upbeat, less dark. Let's try this way, but still Terrified to Love. And that's what you have here, the part 2. So, yeah. That is now officially everything I wanted to say about Terrified to Love that I said the first time, but the mic was off. So you guys got it like kind of backwards, like act 3 first and then like act 1, then act 2, but it's all there now. So that's all, guys. So that is our first official SLOR 26 cook session, creating the SLOR sound with Sylvie. Saturdays at 10 p.m. Make sure you put it on your calendars every single weekend. Make sure you are there. If there's not a stream that week, you guys will know by Wednesday. Join the Sylvie World Discord for all the updates. If it's not on the Discord, just take it as it's not happening. Don't expect it to happen if it's not on the Discord. However, everything that happens is not on the Discord. But everything that I want people to know is happening is for sure going to be on the Discord. So, just keep your eyes locked to everything SLOR, everything Sylvie, all the socials. And for sure, if you want to show up for this two-parted process of collaborative efforts in creating this sound so we can experience these moments together and build together, come hang out Saturdays, 10 p.m. It's your boy, ImSoSilvy. Oh yeah, finally. The SLOR Fall Winter 25 collection will be vaulted at the end of the month of February, and they will never come back. So this will be my last announcement about the Fall Winter SLOR cakes. The colorways. Let me see. The sex was great, but the love was fake. sex was great, the love was fake. You just a fish in the water trying to catch my bait while I cast this hate all up in a placid lake. And then I come out with a monster that I have to date. Hey, wait, I'm a real man of action. I gave you my passion. Went from the bright end to the lights dim. Now we similar to tight ends, we clashing. You say you're done with it. You just up and took my heart and then you run with it. Well, I hope the next man have fun with it. Better get you. For my gun, get it good. I was like 20, 21 years old. Went crazy on the verse, bro. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to pull this window up and then we'll be good. Uno momento. Beep. Alright, cool. For you guys that are on verticals, here you go. Here's the oh, let me move this. Not verticals, horizontals. Sex was great, the love was fake. Alright, bink. Alright guys, here we have it. These are our first ever fall winter SLOR collection colorways right here. And let me put it for vertical too. Let me see. Window. Where's YouTube? Bink. Window. Alright, I don't know if you guys can see on vertical, but here we have it. ImSoSilvy.com. So guys, these will be vaulted at the end of February and they will never return, right? So I've gotten so many compliments on these shoes since I first designed them. It is ridiculous, and it is the reason why I pushed up the release date on this release. These shoes weren't supposed to come out till 2026. I started wearing them during the first SLOR effort. I wasn't selling them 2024 fall winter when I dropped bass bunking. It was me testing the waters with the SLOR sound as I returned back into full-on music production. So, which brought us to 2025 fall winter is what this collection is, which was the full-fledged creative effort, 3-part creative output for the 3 installments of the SLOR experience kickoff for fall winter. Our spring summer is coming up. Every season will be vaulted for the foreseeable future. So each season I'm designing brand new products. From this is a example, it's a leak actually, it's not for sale yet, but this is a leak from our spring collection that's coming up, and it's our long sleeve SLOR embroidery on the sleeves. It's our long sleeve SLOR giant type shit with the box logo. So it's new, it doesn't look like the old one or whatever. So the old one got so many compliments, I had to push it up, and so I dropped it in fall. I was just gonna do the visuals and the audio without the design elements, but I went ahead and did the trifecta because the data, the demand, people were letting me know that when they saw this pattern, when they saw this design, it didn't matter if it was an old man at the optometrist or if it was like a kid at a soccer game, bro. They would see the pattern and see the colorways and be like, yo, what is that? I need a pair that's tight. And so I was like, yo, I gotta put them out. I'm gonna put them out. And that's what I did. So that's what we have here. So the OG's ones are black. Those aren't even out. You guys will see. These 4 were only designed for the past 4 months. These are only available for 4 months. The months October, November, December, and January of the end of 2025 and the first January 2026. So these will be vaulted forever. They're only $100. Discount code SLOR25 at ImSoSilvy.com will get you 15% off of your first purchase on the SLOR kicks. These are my favorite ones here. They're right here. Straight gas, bro. gasoline. So yeah, they'll be collectible. They will be highly sought after collectibles in time. And yeah, so that's a special thing about what we're doing here. It can't be found everywhere, so we're not going to hoard it out. We're going to make sure every experience is unique and everything is intentional, and we give enough attention to the details so the experience resonates and converts in the way we want it to. So we benefit from the process, the creative process in the moments, versus just mindlessly like going by them, you know, letting time go by. Like we're actually having, what am I trying to finally say? We're ensuring that our purpose is, we're spending our time wisely. Let's just keep it simple. Like we're making sure the time converts. No, not that either. What am I trying to say? We're spending our time wise. No, that's not good either. The time spent creating is worth it. There we go. We're making sure we're intentional enough in the details to make sure that the amount of time we put into creating this moment, this product, this song, this experience, we make sure when it connects, that it erupts at every connection across the board. 100% efficiency. That's worth it. That's what we're doing. So that's why I mentioned earlier, I might not create on, somebody might see me being able to do something, want me to do something, or work with them on something, but I promise you or them, it won't happen when they think it will. It'll happen. It might have already happened. They just don't know it. Likely that happens a lot too. Like, people will be wanting me to do something or have an idea that something they believe I can accomplish, and I've already done it like 100 times. They just don't know yet. That happens a lot, but it won't happen on their time, bro. It's gonna happen on my time. Well, actually, it's all God's time, but as a creator, I'm very intentional, and I don't over procrastinate or anything. I'm not one of those. It's just efficiency, bro. I want it to be right the first time, and I'll never rush the creative process, because it not being right isn't worth anything I would have got in rushing it or shortcuts. So, and another thing, as far as keeping your integrity as a creator, one thing I will share with you guys about my creative process: I've never created anything with the expectation that this thing I'm creating will make me money. Not one time. Everything I've ever created was because I thought it would be tight to create it and either sport it or share it, listen to it, experience it, or share it, and that's it. And fortunately, the stuff that, like, you start something, you only get better. Fortunate for me, the first stuff I ever made was generally received as good. So I've only got better from there. So I've always been confident in my ability just to create tight, and then in time and in the right time, it will create monetarily if it's designed to, and if you want it to, but you don't start there. That's where you usually end up. So just know that as a creator, and take that with you from your first SLOR cook session. I appreciate you guys for tapping in with me. It's your boy ImSoSilvy. I will catch you on the next one next week. Be there fair and square. It's your boy ImSoSilvy. Gone. Itty.